Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Artorigold, and today I have Basper with me.
Yep, I'm right here.
So lately we've been kind of playing a game called Paladins, and it's one of these unique kind of free-to-play class-based or hero-based shooters, and it's weird. It's a weird experience for me, and you might have a different one, but I play a lot of Overwatch. I think we both have really played a lot of Overwatch, Valorant, and those type of games. And this one we had to try because, it's kind of in that same genre. It's free, so why not? And it has a lot of unique things to offer, and I actually thought it was pretty fun. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
Right. I mean, like comparing them, it's very unique in its own way, but at the same time, it's super chill compared to those ones. But
Yeah, it's really laid back. It's very
yeah,
casual. I enjoy myself playing it with friends. I mean, any game you can enjoy playing with your friends, but this one really doesn't take any
this one
brain
more
power.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one, you literally just jump into a game and you shoot things. You use your flamethrower, you kill things. It's so easy to do. It's really weird, and I don't know if it's the game itself or the player base, but it seems like the games can be really, really easy, and I have a lot of fun with it. But then there are games that they feel like I don't know if you would say it's a challenge, because sometimes it doesn't really feel like
You're fighting
winning.
uphill is what it feels like. So
It's
it's
an
either
uphill
like
battle, but
you're either going downhill smoothly or you're fighting uphill hard. Like that's how it
it's
feels like to
really
me.
hard. And Lex dies to her while she's SMGing into
An
the
enemy is
Ow.
unstoppable. Enemy
fucking just end this
Enemy.
game, dude. Hard. It
It
feels
doesn't
like it's
seem
not
like
even.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like there's a middle ground. It's like I can't tell if it's a bunch of new players that you play against together. I don't know if there's a hidden MMR or
Yeah.
like
So
if I don't know. It's just weird.
So I've played the game a little bit more. I've got to level 15 and unlocked all the characters you need to hit ranked mode. And I will say that it was still very easy. I had one game that it got a little bit challenging at the very end. It was like my last placement game. And even though it was kind of more challenging, I would say 90% of the games before that were all just stomps, just stomping teams like almost all the time. And occasionally you would get stomped, but it didn't ever feel natural. It felt like there was something weird or fishy happening in those kind of games.
Lost our tank though. No, I know. Look at it. Instantly he was shooting you. Instantly.
30 seconds remaining.
Just yeah.
Enemy double kill. 50.
He's shit, and like if we kill his team, they lose. Holy fucking yeah! I think he turned it up.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Because I don't know if there are players who are just god tier or if maybe people were cheating. And that was the thing that with this type of game where it seems like the kind of game that people would come to just to fucking cheat.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like you go and play games and there's cheaters everywhere, but in free to play game like Paladins, that's not this top tier developed by, a well established company with all kinds of resources. It feels like somebody's in there and they're just cheating just to ruin people's days, because every time I got stomped, it just felt like something unfair was happening. It didn't feel like there was any sort of like actual back and forth. It didn't feel
Right.
like an even game in any of the games we played together. It was just stomp or be stomped. And whenever
And-
you got
and-
stomped, it was miserable.
Yeah, and it was usually the same character. So I don't know
True.
if that's coincidence or what, but it's always that Androxus guy floats in the air and he two taps everybody like instantly. And
Yeah.
it's just, or like he pre-fires or he's waiting around corners. Like it just seems, it's always that character. It seems like that people are cheating on or whatever, or like it might feel like it. I don't know. But like it goes from a person that's, you're fine against, you have no issues. He's not landing all these incredible shots to like, wait, did his older brother just pick up the controller or keyboard or whatever and is now destroying it? Like that's how it feels. I don't know.
No, yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like you only see the same characters kind of over and over again. There's a lot of characters that I haven't seen actually in the game.
Right.
Like I have a list of characters. I haven't seen anybody play Makoa. I've never seen anybody play Torvald or what's another one? Atlas. I don't think I've seen a lot
I
of
don't
these
think I've ever
characters.
seen Grok. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of characters.
And I always seem to see the same
Random.
people, and they're always the assassin ninja type people, which are kind of fun to play. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should talk about like the actual class system. So like in this
Yeah.
game, you have damage, support, frontline, and then what's kind of weird is you have a flanker as a whole category. And it's weird because you don't see a whole category in like Overwatch or something like that. You don't see it dedicated specifically for people to flank, which I thought was kind of unique. A little bit original, but maybe also kind of annoying because they have all these like assassin characters.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, they have this one Maeve, and she just double jumps in the air all over the place. Fucking, you can't kill her, and she's so annoying. And then she has an ult that makes everybody fucking blind. Like, there are some characters that have some really stupid abilities, but then a lot of characters I actually think are really fun. I was really enjoying myself with some of them, and I didn't find them to be like. I mean, there are some characters that seem like complete ripoffs, which.
Yes and no. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, when it comes to skills in games like this, like there's only so much you can do. I mean, there's some characters that, you know, Zin kind of feels very like Genji maybe, but like
Yeah, like Dragon Blade out all of the time, just
yeah,
whacking her swords.
constantly deflect, dash, you
Oh,
know,
and then
all
his
this
ult
stuff
is,
like that.
is literally like Yasuo, where he just like stuns you
Yeah.
and does some bullshit and you die. Like
And
there's
he
a lot of
looks like both of those characters combined. So
there's
like,
a lot of bullshit in this game, but there's also that like there's like that gym kind of like a tiny bit of gemstones in there. Like some characters are rather fun to play, and I was enjoying myself. Like for example, I think I really enjoyed Amani, who just has this attack where she like charges up this big fireball, and it's kind of like a slow moving projectile, but a little bit faster than like a rocket launcher kind of type of weapon. And it was really fucking satisfying to land those hits. It felt like you were shooting a fireball. You felt like
Right.
you were like a fire mage and just blowing somebody up with a fireball, and it was great. And like
yeah.
that kind of character I just absolutely loved, and I had so much fun with it that I wish that character was in a game like Overwatch or Valorant,
Yep.
because there really is nothing like that. But then you have some characters that just seem like, oh, this is like a Reinhardt shield on this character. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
This is a Reinhardt shield. Oh, and
Yeah.
he's a big tank that charges people too. So like, oh, there's a lot of similarities here. And I feel like I've seen a lot of like there was a Donkey video where he made fun of Paladins for ripping off of these things, and I get it. There is a lot of that. But there's a little nuggets of gems. I feel like some
And
characters are really well made and well designed.
Right.
They're fun to play.
And I think, you know, there's only so much originality left in the world, and there's games that are a lot more atrocious with ripping off things, but I'm not going to name those games, I guess.
Name
but...
them. Fuck it. I don't give a
I mean,
shit.
what? You got League that rips stuff just
League of
constantly
Legends,
off
yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Constantly.
Absolutely.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in the play. And don't you know it's a beautiful new day? Hey, running down the avenue. See how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets where once was pretty Mr. Blue. Sky is living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky.
Fuck League of
but,
Legends.
like,
honestly.
for instance, like you were talking about a very satisfying character. I play a lot of Victor. He's just fun. He's easy. I could turn my brain off and start shooting stuff. Played a little
That's
Lex.
kind of what you want from this
and-
game, though, to turn your brain off.
Right,
Like,
and
honestly.
Tyra, you just kind of run around and shoot. But when I'm in the mood, I like my Bomb King because
Bomb
he
King.
throws sticky bombs. He has a bomb. He's kind of like Junkrat, I guess, if you want to compare him to somebody, because he has like a bomb that launches himself in the air. He can throw out a bomb that is like a zoning tool. You throw sticky bombs though, so like projectiles, and then it sticks to him, and then you right click and it blows him up and it does his damage. And then his ult, you just turn into a suicidal bomb. So
I actually love the design of Bomb King. Just like
oh,
the
absolutely.
idea of the Bomb King is a really fun and unique kind of like
Yeah.
idea art wise. And it's weird. I don't know. It's like it's like they have a few different people working on characters, right? They have little Jimmy and Timmy, and Jimmy comes up with these really great ideas, and they're just amazing, and they have a lot of fun and love put into them. And then you have like little Timmy over here who's just like copying off of other people and making these like,
It's like-
really shitty characters that just aren't fun to play, and they're like
Yeah.
copies. It's like, yeah, it feels like two different people are making these characters, and some of them are amazing and fun to play, and others are just like, what's the point of this? This is awful. This is literally just like copied from other games. This isn't fun or original.
Right.
That's how I
I
feel about
agree
this
with that.
game. It's conflicting for me because I like a lot of the stuff in here, and then there are things that are just like, this is stupid, this is unoriginal, this is boring. But at the same time, it's like, I don't feel like I should take this seriously because it's
No,
fucking
I don't.
Paladins.
Yeah, and you say that. I mean, it's a fun game. Like, I don't
Yeah, it's
really want to play it alone, just because like it's that game where you chill with friends and play. And maybe that's
Oh,
part
yeah,
of it because
yeah.
it's not a big game. I mean, you got Overwatch that is huge compared to this, or
Yeah.
Valorant, which is huge compared to this.
I feel like there's no
So-
stakes in this game. I don't feel like I
Right,
need to give
like-
a shit really.
Yeah, I'm like, I just want to play ranked to play it, but I'm not even high enough level to do it because I don't play enough. like,
it was
so,
it was a fun experience playing ranked. It was interesting. I stomped every game except for like that one last one where it was actually a little bit of pushback. And the only pushback really came from just the fact that it was a team comp versus a team comp, right? So like normally in all these quick play games we've been playing, it's just a clown fiesta, a circus of just whatever
Yeah.
the fuck 5 damage characters, nobody knows what the fuck is
exactly.
going
Yeah,
on.
you just
it
really
doesn't
don't-
matter.
yeah.
But you play comp and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's like a tank and a healer, and like there's actually like people on the point, and there's shit going on a little bit, so you pay attention, and it's like a little bit harder to kill people and stuff like that. But I still wouldn't even consider it that hard of a game. I placed in Platinum, and I'm sure Platinum isn't even very good, because like Platinum and Overwatch I don't consider good either. It's your
Right.
very run-of-the-mill average player base. I don't
The
know
middle
how
of the
many
round, yeah.
I don't know how many people even play this game. Like, I don't think it's that big of a player base probably.
Right. What are the ranks even? I don't even know. Dude,
It's
can
it's
you
just like
even look at it?
Overwatch. Yeah, it's just like
Oh,
Overwatch.
literally just the
It's
same? Okay.
bronze, bronze to diamond, right? Just like your
Gotcha.
average kind of, and then it's master, grandmaster, and I believe they do have like a top 500 sort of leaderboard, but it really isn't anything too crazy. It feels kind of bland. The ranking system, I don't feel like I need to really to grind it. It doesn't
Right.
feel like a game I want to grind. I guess maybe if I want to play it and there's a little bit more people who can hit their shots, actually maybe play ranked. But I don't feel like I give a shit. Like
Right.
I don't like when I play ranked mode. It doesn't matter to me. There's a lot of fun there. I haven't really experienced too much bullshit. I know that when I play Overwatch, there's a lot of fucking bullshit. You have characters like Brigitte who stun you. It's annoying as fuck. You got to deal with the Widowmakers across the map who headshot you instantly, and there's nothing you can do about it sometimes. And then you got just CC and stuns on almost all these characters. I actually
Right.
found not a lot of stuns in this game.
No,
There's some
I
annoying,
haven't
but-
noticed much at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. I haven't experienced all of the characters, like on the enemy team even. And I think the most bullshit ability that I can think of is the sword guy with his Yasuo ult, which is annoying as fuck.
He's just annoying.
It's
Yeah.
annoying. It's obnoxious, but you can kill him really easily with another character called Moji, who also is bullshit though. Because I played a bunch of Moji. He's bullshit. He's a flamethrower character, which is pretty fun. You have like a left click and right click. You don't have ammo, which I think is a little imbalanced on a character like that. But whatever. But he has an ult, literally turns you into like a thing, like a polymorph. So it turns into a cookie, and then if you charge into them, you instantly kill that fucking person, which is bullshit. So not only do you stun them, essentially, you also instant kill them, which is what I found to be really overpowered when you use it against a tank. There is nothing that tank can do except cry for help, and
And
yeah,
die.
Yeah, he'll just die. So I haven't played healer in this game. I don't think you have either. That's one thing
I have not.
Yeah, neither of us have played healers. I'm not sure how that experience is. I didn't really feel like the healers didn't look fun to me. Like it didn't draw me in.
No,
nothing
no,
looked like
not really.
cool.
There-
I looked at them and they
there's-
looked kind of lame.
There's
honestly.
one that we've played against in one game that I just found now, and I was like, dang, she looks really cool, and her name's
Which one?
Furia.
Furia. Oh, you know what? She looked cool.
She's the Valkyrie looking chick, and she looks
Mhm.
awesome. Like
She
she
does
looks,
look cool.
Her kit seems pretty cool, but at the same time, I'm like, if I'm playing this game, I'm not gonna sweat and play like a
No.
healer. I'm probably just gonna
No, I'm
fool
just
around
gonna...
and play a DPS. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I tried playing tank and it was awful. I had
yeah,
no
it's
fun
like
whatsoever.
meh.
I played Ruckus, who
Mhm.
was very boring. There was nothing special about him whatsoever. He had a button that put on his shield, and his other button, quite literally, because he presses buttons on the UI or whatever you would call it, and he just shoots a missile. It's just boring and bland. There was nothing fun about that tank. Other tanks
Right.
looked like maybe they had something going on with them. Like we saw Rom, who was a big, like charging at you really fast demon looking guy. He looked cool, but I'm not gonna spend 60,000 gold coins to fucking play that hero.
Right.
I-
Well, you played Barrick, didn't you? The little like Torbjorn like dude.
Yeah,
He's
but he was also
basically
kind of
tank version of Torbjorn. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, he just felt like Torbjorn. You put down a turret,
Yeah.
and he had a shotgun. It felt like Torbjorn.
and then you got like a shield you could put up.
Yeah, it's like a really shitty cooldown for a really shitty shield. Every single tank, the only thing that really made them a tank was that you did no damage, which felt terrible, and then
Yeah.
all of your defensive abilities were cooldown, which felt terrible. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like when you play Reinhardt, you have your right click and you have to watch the health of the barrier, and you can put it up and down whenever you want. When you play Fernando, your shield is just a fucking cooldown, and so no matter what, it's going on to cooldown, and you use it, and then the duration is done, and you have to wait 6 or 8 or whatever for it to come back up, and that felt
Yeah.
terrible. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good to play it like that. So I think playing a tank is awful. I would never want to do it in this game, ever. I feel like support is probably the fucking same. Like it just didn't appeal to me. It didn't seem like fun to play it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just like a casual game. Like you just want to sit back and like, for me playing Victor, it's easy because he can heal himself. He can stay in the fight. He can just dish out a lot of damage, and he can get out if he needs to. Like it's just
It's a difficult thing when it comes to tanks and healing and
Right,
in
and-
other
and-
games, because sometimes it's satisfying. In other games, tanking and healing can be fun and satisfying.
Oh,
but in
yeah.
this game,
Like-
I felt none of it in this.
I
one.
mostly tank in Overwatch. Like I don't really play. Like I had one season where I pushed with Soldier 76 like in ranks, but otherwise I play primarily tanks in that game, and
Yeah.
a lot of like other games I'll play a lot of the bruisers or tanks. But in this game I'm just like whatever. I'm playing Mr. Call of Duty over here.
Yeah.
Like, so
Even if
like,
the team comp is bad, I don't give a shit in this game.
right, it
I-
just doesn't
doesn't
matter.
to me.
Like
And
what is the meta, right? Like
I
I,
have
don't
no
even
idea.
know.
I have no idea. I played a game in ranked, and we had like 3 DPS, a tank, and a healer, and then the guy was like, "Our team is dog shit." I'm like, "Why?" I don't know why.
How? Yeah.
I literally I asked why. He didn't give me an answer. I have no
Yeah.
idea why our team is dog shit. Because to me, 1 tank, 1 healer, and then 3 DPS seemed fine in this game.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 people, not 6. So I couldn't imagine like 2, 2, 2, right? Which is what Overwatch does.
Right.
But like in Overwatch, there are those characters where supporting can be pretty fun too. Like I really enjoy Lucio. He's fast and he can be elusive and trickery and annoying, and that's fun. But the healers in this game don't seem like that. They seemed really boring.
Yeah, they all seem kind of like the same too. I've never really noticed.
I don't
like they have
notice
like
anything
one
different.
skill, and you're like, that
Yeah.
makes them different. Other than that, I'm like,
Maybe
nah.
it's the alt. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like if it's anything like the tanks, they probably don't do any damage. It's probably not very satisfying to play them. And yeah, I mean, it's always more fun to do damage, but I feel like in other games, it's still more like if you play like what's another good one, like Team Fortress 2, you play like Heavy. I guess he's not your traditional tank, but Heavy is really fun to play in TF2. He's kind of like, you know, your tankiest, biggest character in that game, but you do a fuck ton of damage, and so it's
Yeah.
really satisfying. Of course, the trade-off is you're slow as shit. but every
Right.
single tank in this game doesn't do any damage, so it just doesn't feel satisfying to play them. It just
And you
feels
just get
like
kited. Like
you get
it's-
kited, you get bullied. Just
The tanks in this game are built to sit on the point.
they look cool.
So
though.
when you
Some of
play a
them look
different
cool.
game type, it's no, they look cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But like you sit on the point, basically, is what
Mhm.
the job of the tank is. Like I don't think there's a difference between people standing on the point, or it's very marginal. And if you do that as like a DPS, you're probably just gonna die.
Yeah.
But like unless you're death balling and standing on the point altogether, which I also would not recommend in this game,
Yeah.
it just seems like the tanks are literally built to stand on the point and take way too much damage and then get kited if they have to do anything else. Like
Yeah.
that's it.
I do want to say that I think out of all the character designs, I think the tank lineup has the most unique looking people.
They look great. Yeah.
Like you look at Rom, he's this giant demon cyborg with a chain
Mhm.
gun. He looks sick. You have Khan, who's a big fucking
Khan
armored
looks
dude.
Awesome.
Fucking what's the other big guy? Atlas looks really cool. All the tanks look great.
Yeah.
The rest of the cast
Terminus.
pretty boring
holy
looking.
crap.
Pretty boring looking. Like Buck doesn't. Yeah, I.
Doesn't spark any. Yeah. Like
Bald,
he just
bald
a dude with
a
a shotgun.
Bald dude with a
Like,
shotgun. Victor, I know you like him, but he's just a dude.
I
Just
mean
a
he's literally
dude.
just Call of Duty incarnate
Lex,
in this
just
game. Or
a
like
dude.
he's-
They're
yeah.
all just dudes. It's very uninteresting. And then of course, like I was talking earlier, then you got someone like Bomb King, this giant fucking bomb wearing a crown, and it looks great. But then you have random human dude who looks like a random human dude. Nothing cool or unique about him. It just feels like they don't even try with making these people look kind of unique, and it just feels stale and bland. Like they have different people on like the art and the game design, and they have some really good people, and then they have people that probably should be fired, honestly,
Yeah.
because it's just bland and boring.
Just switch them out. Yeah.
Yeah, they have some really
Now-
neat looking designs and then boring shit. I don't get that.
I wonder, like, I haven't gone through their skins or anything, so I don't know if, like, that's their big thing, kind of like League. It's like, their
Yeah.
skins are amazing, but I'm looking at
True.
Leon right now,
Mhm.
and I'm not seeing anything very impressive. Maybe I need to look at somebody else.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
mean, I
but-
don't know. There were some cool skins for the tanks, but again, it's the tanks who already look good, so...
Yeah.
I-
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god. Like, I
think-
just went to Terminus, and the first skin, Omega, I mean, it's my style of skin, so it looks freaking sweet.
but-
I mean, he looks amazing. His skins actually look super fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
I think
oh my
what they're
God,
going
yeah.
for, honestly, is they're just going for the cute anime girl route.
Yeah.
Like if you notice, they have a
Honestly,
lot of
yeah.
cute anime girls.
せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっと
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cooling, all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle and Bel-Air."
I would say the most different one looks is the stone one, probably. And she
Yeah.
doesn't really look different. She just looks like a little gray, like kind of like a rock. And
Yeah.
other than that, she's just like an anime girl. Like that's it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And all of them don't really look that different. I think that's because they're trying to sell you, the sex appeal. And so
Right.
they don't try with them. But I feel like with characters like Buck, like, my God, what were they thinking? Like Buck, Lex, and Victor, they all just look like random human dude. There's nothing to them. They could have tried.
Yeah.
It feels like they didn't even
Yeah.
try. You think that? I think this is a big issue that I want to talk about. Is just the studio is holding it back. I think Hi-Res Studio, it has potential, but honestly, they just don't polish any of their games. They kind of just leave it as it is. They don't try to fix it. They don't try to improve it. They just keep kind of adding more shit Just keep adding more shit, and they don't try to polish it up. And that's what this game needs. It needs polish badly, and I don't think it'll ever get that. Not from
At this
Hi-Rez
point,
Studio.
I mean, how long's it been out? I don't
Yeah,
think it's gonna
been out
get
for
there.
years. It's definitely been out for years, and it deserves a little attention. It's a really fun shooter to turn your brain off, play it,
Yeah.
go damage, go flanker, whatever. I don't ever want to see someone go play frontliner healer. Maybe they'll like it, but I found it miserable.
If that's your jam, maybe you'll like it. But in this game,
Probably not.
you're pretty
Yeah.
much just standing there.
Yeah, it's a really fun game because you will definitely win a lot of games. I feel like people who
Yeah.
play this are probably really bad at like entry, like when you start out, they really get you with some like people that suck. But I feel like another issue is there's a lot of cheaters. I feel like this is the perfect game
It just
for cheaters to come
feels
to.
like it. Yeah,
It
they
feels
just come
like it,
here
yeah.
for some reason. I don't.
Free to
Maybe
play,
because they're not gonna get
nothing better
caught
to
or
do.
they're not gonna get banned. Yeah, I don't know.
They don't care about getting banned. And one of these things I looked up recently is apparently Hi-Rez Studios removed the kill cam feature. So now if there's a hacker on the enemy team, you literally can't find proof if they're a hacker. You just sit there and take it. I think Hi-Rez Studio is garbage. I don't think that they know how to run their games. I think that they have potential because clearly they have some good employees there who are making some really good work with people like Amani, really great character. They have some great character designs like Bomb King, and they have some great gameplay stuff there, but it feels like they're held back.
Right.
I don't know if it's like management over there. There's some business people over there that just don't give a shit. But there are some really talented people at Hi-Rez Studios, and that leaks out a tiny bit. A very tiny bit with their games. Just a little bit of, oh, that's really good. Good work. That's great. But the rest of it just feels like shit. You know what it feels like? It feels like 80% of it was outsourced, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like they hired and outsourced other people to work on these games because none of it really meshes or syncs up right. It just doesn't feel like everybody's on the same page over there. Some people are like in it because they love it and they want to keep doing it, and some people are like, just give me the fucking paycheck, is what it feels like.
Yeah, pretty much. Just in general, it is a fun game. Like,
I enjoy
you
it.
run across
Not
that
bad.
team that stacks that clearly plays this game constantly every once in a while.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like you can usually probably enjoy it if you're halfway decent at games in general or just moderate at games, because I feel like a lot of the player base is either new or just playing the game for the looks and they aren't really good. So
Yeah.
it might be even for you, or like us, we most of the time kind of crush it and then we run across the sweaters. So I think for the most part it's a fun game, because you can just chill and still be positive and do whatever.
It's free to play, and we found it on Steam, and that was kind of the big thing. Like we always look for free to play games on Steam, try them out. So why the fuck not? What do you have to lose?
Right. Yeah.
It honestly looked though like just you take one look at Paladins on Steam and you look at that page and it's like, if I download this, am I going to get a virus? That's legitimately like one of my thoughts, because it doesn't look legit. Something about it doesn't look legit. The art style is just off, and I don't know how to explain it. And I think that is a big turnoff for a lot of people. I know it was a big turnoff for me at the beginning. Like, I don't know if I want to download this. Looks like shit.
It looks like a mobile game that just ripped off a bunch of stuff from other games.
It does.
So you're like,
It does.
I don't want to give this game my information, kind of thing.
No, yeah, because it's a pain in the ass to try to even log in. It took me forever to get my account set up and shit, and linking it up to Hi-Rez Studio. But really, it just comes down to Hi-Rez Studio is garbage with a lot of their shit.
Yeah.
They are like, I used to love that company specifically. I knew it wasn't like an illegitimate or fake site though, because I used to play Tribes Ascend, which is a fantastic game by Hi-Rez Studios, but then they ruined it. So I just have so many questions. I don't know what the fuck is happening at Hi-Rez Studios, because they have these great things and then they just let it decay. They don't ever try to improve it. It feels like they just make it and then just forget about it completely and just give up. It's like they don't follow through with their ideas. I don't know. You take one look at this character called Buck and it's just like, what the fuck? You take a look at Lex and you're like, what? Who said this was okay? Who A-okay'd this?
Right.
Who is
This
in
is
charge?
a video game. There should be some, you know, like a
Make it
game like
appealing.
this. Like, yeah, there should be some difference. But
Make
I
it
don't know.
fun. Make it cool. Like, why are you making these characters so stupid, bland, and lame looking? Make them go, oh, that looks cool. I want to try it.
Right.
No, make Grover the giant tree. Like what? Okay, make it go.
That throws axes. Sweet gimmick.
Yeah, it's just I don't get it. Like there are some characters that have great designs and they're unique. You have Moji, who's got like this double-headed turtle dragon thing, and each one shoots a different gun. That's cool and unique. You know, and then you just have 1 out of 10 generic human characters with nothing unique about
Yeah.
them. So
Yeah. Even their skins, I'm going through all of them, and they're just nothing impressive for those guys.
no, I don't think they give a shit. Honestly, it feels like
Yeah.
Hi-Res Studios. There's just a lot of shit over there that's fucked up. I don't know what other games do they make. They make Smite, and what else? Something
I
else,
don't
right?
know.
They make
I
Smite.
don't even know.
I've never played Smite. I don't know if I even want to try that. I mean, it is free to play, but it just seems like more MOBA than first player shooters, so I don't think I would rather enjoy it. But you look at the art style of Smite, and it definitely feels like you're gonna download a virus when you install that fucking game too. Like, it just doesn't look legit. It looks weird. The art's weird.
Yeah.
Fix your shit. Your Green Goblin character looks like an anime character. I don't like that. The
No,
Green Goblin should look like a
that isn't
goblin.
right.
Have you seen
Yeah.
a goblin? They exist. They don't look like that.
Yeah.
That looks terrible. Anyways, guess the one last question I wanted to ask. Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. It's free. It's chill. So yeah, I would say it's worth a look.
Yeah, I agree. It's free, so you're not losing on anything. If you like this type of shooter where you like Overwatch and you want to play something like Overwatch, but you don't have to turn on your fucking brain and you can run around like a goddamn lunatic and get kills all over the place against real players, these are real people, and just stomp them, then yeah, it'd be fun for a few hours or whatever. But if you're looking to play a competitive shooter that's like Overwatch that isn't Overwatch, you're not going to find it here. Unfortunately, you're not going to find it. I don't think the competitive gameplay, from what I've seen, it wasn't enticing enough. It wasn't competitive enough. The maps weren't different. They were all pretty much the same. And honestly, the art style is a big turnoff for me. I don't think a lot of the characters look that great. I think that some characters do, but a lot of them just look like shit. Honestly, like I don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's a few gems in there though. There are some characters in there that are really fun to play and I enjoyed wholeheartedly, and it makes me go, wow, I wish this character was like playable in a different game. It feels like they're like Amani is this character that feels trapped. Like I will never get that kind of character
Never-
in any other game. Like Paladins will copy Overwatch, but Overwatch will never copy Paladins. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So there's a lot of fun, unique stuff here, but I'm afraid it'll be lost forever, and I'll never be able to hit people with big fireballs again in a shooting game. That was great. It was fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself playing this past the 15, 20 hours I probably put into it. It was fun to pick up and play, free with friends. You can sit there and talk about whatever while playing and still get kills the whole time and not pay attention. So it's a mild bit of fun. It's a mild bit of fun.
Have you met my
Where's the fucking
friend?
guy go? I was about to football tackle him.
Double kill.